Hello everyone, welcome to the 7th video session in our chronic pain management series. The topic for today is on social supports and how to share your pain experiences with trusted people. We will also be talking about how to identify life stressors and work through them, either independently or with people in your support system. Throughout this video, we will be referring to both chronic pain and other chronic conditions. Although this program was designed to specifically address chronic pain, the components of the session can be used for other chronic conditions as well. During part 1 of this session, we will start by talking about what a support system is and how to create one. Next, we will discuss what it means to disclose chronic conditions and how to evaluate who is a trustworthy person to disclose to. Then, in part 2 of this session, we'll talk about different categories of life stressors and how to problem solve through those categories using adaptive coping strategies. Finally, we'll discuss post-traumatic growth and what it means to grow from your experiences. Why is social support important for people living with chronic pain? Oftentimes, it takes more physical and mental effort to do the same things you used to do before you started experiencing pain, including social activities. You may use more energy to mentally prepare for the activity, to use during the activity, or to decompress after the activity, if not all three. In stressful times, social support can help reduce anxiety and depression, especially when experiencing chronic conditions. This is why we like to take time in our group sessions sharing personal experiences to make the group feel like a safe and supportive space. This allows for support and feedback from others, especially when talking about common stressors and effective coping strategies. As you begin to evaluate your support network, it is helpful to know that there are 4 common uses for social support: emotional, tangible, informational, and companionship. These are not mutually exclusive. One person can provide all 4 uses of support. Emotional support is the offering of empathy, concern, affection, trust, acceptance, encouragement, or caring. It is the warmth and love provided by sources of social support. Providing emotional support can let someone know that he or she is valued. An example of emotional support is a family member or partner. Tangible support is the lending of financial assistance, material goods, or services. This form of social support includes concrete, direct ways in which people can assist others. An example of tangible support is a friend lending you their car. Informational support involves giving advice, guidance, suggestions, or useful information to someone. This type of information has the potential to help others problem solve. Examples of information support are the chronic pain management group and these education sessions. Finally, companionship support is the type of support that gives someone a sense of social belonging. This includes sharing experiences and social activities with others. Support groups are an example of companionship support. It is also important to understand where social support can come from. We already mentioned that support can come from family, friends, and romantic partners, but it can also come from pets, community ties, and even online sources like social media, health forums, and support groups. Now that you know the common uses of social support and where support can come from, it is time to think about your current support network. Ask yourself the following questions, which can help you determine what you have and what you still need. Which common uses of support are you not experiencing? Who do you feel is missing from your current support network? Are you providing support for someone else? Don't forget that you can be a source of social support. There are both costs and benefits to providing support for others. Some may view providing support or care for someone as a stressor if they are relied on heavily. However, providing support is linked with health benefits and a significant decrease in feelings of depression. One of the best parts about having a support network is that you can trust them and can tell them things that you might not tell everybody, like disclosing that you have a chronic condition. A lot of times, we do not want to disclose our conditions to others because we think that they will not understand and that they might judge us. This echoes one of the themes of pain we talked about in our first session, the theme that nobody understands. So when someone asks us how we are, instead of being honest, you might just say, "I'm fine." However, disclosure of chronic conditions to others is linked to better mental health and wellness. The reverse is also true. If you have better mental health and wellness, you are more likely to disclose your chronic conditions to the people you trust. If or when you want to reveal your chronic condition to someone for the first time, the first step is to decide the who, when, how, and why of the conversation. Here we have a couple of guiding questions to help you decide the who, when, how, and why to disclose your chronic condition to someone. For who, you should ask yourself, is this person part of my support network? And if they are not, do I want them to be? What is my relationship with this person? Do I feel safe around them? For when, you should ask yourself, do this person and I have the time to sit down and talk? This conversation is not meant to be rushed, so be sure to give yourself plenty of time to say or do what you want, and for the person to respond or ask questions. You should also ask yourself, is this time of year significant for either of us? Perhaps this is around the anniversary of the death of a loved one. Or perhaps this is around the time you met this person for the first time. This significance can impact length and depth of the conversation because emotions may be especially high. For how, you should ask yourself, are there any barriers to disclosing to this person? Role play and practice this conversation with someone else in your support network or a trusted healthcare professional. Really think about the specific details of the conversation and the points you want to cover. The more you can anticipate what you want to say and how the person might respond, the better prepared you will be for the actual conversation. Finally, the why. This is the most important piece of deciding to disclose your chronic condition to someone. Take plenty of time to think through these questions. You should ask yourself, why do I want to disclose to this person? What outcome am I expecting? If you are having trouble answering these questions, make a list of pros and cons. This can help you see the big picture of the conversation. Thank you for listening. This is the end of Part 1 of our social support session. To continue on, please visit Part 2 on the PHC Pain Management channel.